Hey everybody, welcome back to the Peasant Strike Back. Thank you all for being here and for hanging out while I checked for more gremlins. I think we got them done and out of the way now. Stream seems to be going just fine. Yeah, happy Monday. So today's episode is called Ding Dong, the Dwarf is Dead. And that's not because necessarily Holden is dead, just Nora couldn't make it today. So hopefully it won't be that dwarf. More talking about the dwarf that we all killed last episode. Yeah. But yeah, before we jump into everything, just some quick explanations of what you see on your screen. So there are ways that you, the viewer, can interact with the game, make certain effects and changes. And that is going to be in the bottom right-hand corner. So most of those are pretty self-explanatory. A couple of them that are a little bit unique or odd. One at the $3 donation there, you can give a player a switch, and that basically means that they can have another player or the game master switch in action. So, for example, if our intrepid Tor here were to say, "I'm going to punch that bar patron," whoever has the switch could say, "No, you're going to do something else to the bar patron."
You know Tor so well.
Yep.
I'm gonna give him a crisp high five.
Yeah, something like that. And then the other one that could use a little explanation is the $15 one, which just says complication. And that is something that you can do to throw in your own idea to the story. So that can be something that complicates the lives of the players or the game master or both. As long as it is setting appropriate and appropriate in general, we will throw it in there. And if it's not, then I'll just say, like, pick something else. So no worries there. So all of that applies to direct donations through Coffee, through Streamlabs, bits, and subscriptions. And there are the links for that. And with that, I think we'll go around and do our introductions. We'll start with Tor and go around until we end with Joshua here. And then we'll hand the reins over. So Tor, tell us a little bit about your character, or Buggy, tell us a little bit about Tor rather, and then where we can find you on the internet.
All right. Hi, I'm Buggy, as said. Tor, the half-orc militia, punching bar maidens. You can find me here. My Twitter's down below. Plan to fail on that every Tuesday. Looking for have a good time as always.
Awesome.
I'll get better at these, I promise.
You're fine. And then Gwen, tell us a little bit about Ella and then what you're working on next.
So Ella is just trying to get the rest of ye not dead. Trying to keep ye alive.
That is good. We appreciate that.
And currently trying to pay off that loan that Holden took out.
And of course, he's not here for that.
Yes, which, by the way, I'm keeping track of that. Our payoff right now is 95 gold.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what Ella's currently very worried about. Because she co-signed. But yes, you can find me at Potato Hollow on Twitter.
All right, perfect. And then Holden, like as I said, Noir, who plays Holden, doesn't look like they can be with us tonight. But they are pretty fantastic. Holden is the town blacksmith, and the running gag, because I know there will be plenty of references to it. The running gag is that the Warriors of Good Deeds, who have opened up another blacksmith in town, keep calling him the wrong name. So his name is Holden Tuddick, and they keep calling him Holden Tudix because of a mishap with his store sign. So expect references to that. But Nora Enigma is fantastic, hilarious person. Definitely go check him out on Twitter. That is his name right there below, where his face would normally be. Right there, so definitely check that out. And with that, we will pass it on to Joshua, our fantastic Dungeon Master.
Woo! Fantastic. will pass it right to me just as my Uber food is pulling into my driveway. But that's okay. I'll do a quick introduction, and then I'll turn it over to you guys while I go grab my food.
All right.
I am Joshua Barbeau. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. The Twitter handle is right below me. Where can you find me? You can find me here every Monday, DMing the Peasants Strike Back. Until recently, you were able to find me on Scraticus' channel on Tuesdays in the 10 p.m. Eastern Time slot. That campaign just ended, but you can still watch those videos. Apotheosis, I believe it's on YouTube, and you'll be able to find me again on Scraticus' channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays, starting November 19th with a brand new campaign.
Exciting.
Yeah, exciting. You can also help me out by help me pay for my Uber Eats that I just ordered by ordering Wrong Turn, which is a PDF I just released on DM's Guild. There's a link in the Twitch chat as of right now. So it's out. It's all about Dragon Heist and things that could go wrong in it, and how you can, if you're running it or playing in it, how your group can steer clear of those things, or rather not steer clear of those things, dive headlong into those things and still have a fun game. I'm also working on an official version of the classes that I wrote up for these lovely players here. They're playing custom classes and custom peasant classes that I made, and those classes will also be on the DM's Guild before the end of this campaign. I think we're aiming to have them out by the end of November, so look for it then. And that's about it. I got food at my door, so I'm gonna go grab it. And why don't you guys do a recap while because some shit went down very recently.
Yes, indeed it did.
Ding dong.
Also, while we're waiting, I was going to do this at the end of the game or the session, but works for right here now. So just a quick announcement for tomorrow. We're actually going to be doing a part of a mini series called Lightbringer Descent. There's actually a trailer up for that right now. I did a thing and made a video trailer for it. You can find it on my Patreon, which is right there. It's also on my Twitter, which is right below my face, just at the Raven. And then we're also this season we've started doing playlists for every show on the channel. So every Blackfeather Guild show has its own playlist that will be on Patreon for any level of patron, whether it's $2 or $15 or any of the other ones. So it's pretty cool, and I just finished making the playlist for this show today, and I'm going to be doing a couple of little just refinements over the course of the week, so later this week that will drop on Patreon as well. So definitely check that out. It's a lot of fun. It gives you some insight into some of the characters in the story and whatnot. But yeah, Buggy, do you want to give the recap of what happened?
Sure. We got the what are they called? Goblins.
What?
Those guys. We got the goblins to come down. Holden gave them the gear that he custom made for them. We had a guest last week, Sadie.
Yep.
And after 4 strikeouts, we finally managed to convince her to help us out with taking down one of the warriors of good deeds. Needless to say, after Holden got rejected a second time in one episode, we managed to beautifully kill a dwarf. So ding dong, the dwarf is dead.
Indeed. Yeah. Went off without a hitch for the most part, except we did find out that we don't technically know where the Warriors of Good Deeds halfling rogue was.
And,
so we may be screwed, but
just a wee bit.
I'll add that Holden the whole time was trying not to flirt and yet flirting while not flirting. It was very awesome to watch.
Don't hate the play, I hate the game. Raven, can I make a quick promo real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm actually happy to announce I'm going to be starting my first ever actual D&D stream.
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome.
It's called Plan to Fail. We've been streaming it on a channel called Plan to Fail, but I recently convinced my friend to let me stream it on my channel. So
Oh, that's great.
I'm excited. Normally it's going to be streamed Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST, but for the sake of this week and helping Raven out tomorrow night, we're pushing it to Thursday, 8 p.m. EST for this week for the premiere episode.
Okay,
Big
cool.
boy moves here.
Yeah, throw a link to that in Discord if you would, and I'll be sure to tweet about it.
So how's that going to
Right.
work next week?
I thought it was just a one-off for the Lightbringer.
It's a mini series.
okay.
I'm rotating people out every episode. If you want to be in multiple episodes, you can. But we are actively rotating people out because each episode is going to happen in a different city on the planet where all these events are taking place.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So,
God is back.
God is back, and his faithful hound companion, who went nuts the minute I walked out the door. Fortunately,
We saw.
I had the foresight to mute the the channel before I left because he definitely was not quiet about it.
Oh, the good boy.
Good
Oh,
boy.
he's such a boy.
He is such a boy. He's a big boy.
Good boy. All dogs are
So
good boys.
let's see. Ding dong, the dwarf is dead.
So
You guys
Indeed she is.
You guys killed a warrior of good deeds last week.
How the fuck did we do
Holy
that?
fuck!
good. Yeah.
So we're gonna pick up right where last week left off.
Okay.
The four of you and 6 goblins are standing around the recently murdered corpse
Ella's not there. Ella's
of a dwarf. Sorry, the 3 of you. Ella, that's right. She stayed
That's
in
right.
town.
Some of us had to work for a living, right?
Correct.
Don't have to pay off debts.
The real hero of the fight, one Sadie, a member of the Crimson Court, she skips town. She skips as soon as the murdering is done. You guys killed Stormbreaker and you blink and she's gone. She's like, I earned my pay.
Operated.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here,
Panic for a brief second there.
leaving you to clean up the mess. You didn't hire her to deal with the body. You hired her to help kill the thing.
Yes.
Did we
For a
hire
second there,
her though?
She's
I
gone.
thought you were talking about the dwarf there for a second, and I was like, the body's gone? What?
No, the body is still there.
Okay.
That
Gonna
would-
have to deal with it.
that'd be too
So that's where we
convenient.
pick up. And what do you guys do?
Holy shit. That worked. Moira,
Was there a reason it wouldn't have worked?
there's a few things that I can think of as to how it wouldn't work, but holy
You
shit.
worry too much.
Yeah. We gotta hide this.
Well, I thought the whole point of doing this was to have the Warriors of Good Deeds find the note on the body. It's just,
True.
well, I mean, originally it was going to be the goblin's body. I mean, no offense, goblins, but they can't understand me anyways. But this works even better, I think. I've already got the note on the body, and I call dibs on the armor.
Yeah. I gotta stop worrying so much. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
All right.
So you guys go back into town.
After relieving the body of valuables, yes.
What do you say to the goblins, or what do you ask Holden to say to the goblins?
Thank you.
Probably something along the lines of that. Thank you very much for your help. We appreciate it. We've succeeded in defeating this this menace, so now we can all breathe more easily.
Oh, Moira, add, you don't know us.
You don't what?
Tell them that they don't know us in case something happens where this bites us in the ass later on.
I'm not entirely sure they actually will remember who we are.
Fair point. Fair point.
But hold on. Go ahead and tell them that part.
Holden says, "You don't know us." And they say, "We never did." You guys are a bunch of losers. I mean, you humans all look the same.
Holden, did he just say something racist?
Holden is beaming, is turning a bright shade of red. Yeah. Oh, Holden's like, did that goblin just call me a human? I can't do a noir impression.
I know. We're just gonna put her hand on Holden's shoulder and be like, "It's all right. They didn't make fun of your name."
Hey, yeah, at least they didn't make fun of my name.
Let's just call this a win and go home.
Yeah.
Well, let's hide the loot that we found somewhere, and then go home.
Where do you hide the loot?
You know. Sorry.
One of the goblins graciously says, "You know, we could hide the loot for you."
What did he say, Holden? Hide the loot? No. Bad idea. Just tell him we say thank you, but we have something specific in mind for this. You know what we could do? We could plant all this loot on somebody else. We could put it in their house or somewhere on their property.
Is there like a what are they called? Like a town drunk?
Holden says, wait. No, I'm all in favor of killing the warriors of good deeds. But are we really gonna pin their murder on someone else?
I mean, someone that's just as bad as them.
There's no one just as bad as them.
What about your new blacksmith friend?
Oh, you mean Foehammer? Yeah, it sucks for my business that he opened shop across the street, but I wouldn't want to do anything bad to the Foehammer clan. They're pretty powerful.
All right, fair enough. Just a thought. Well, let's just hide it somewhere then, and then when we have a chance, we can go sell it to a traveling merchant or something.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
Holden, you're a Dwarf. Why don't you go diggy hole? diggy hole.
Now
Have you heard
that's
that song,
racist.
Joshua?
Yes.
Okay.
Diggy hole.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it's not actually in character. I just wanted to make the reference. But Moira will suggest we go dig a hole somewhere and hide the loot.
All right. I'll say, do you want to hide? Do you want to dig a hole and hide it on the beach? Do you want to dig a hole and hide it in the forest? Do you want to dig a hole and hide it just like in the field next to the road?
I will remind you that Ella said earlier that she has a chest. I mean, that is a thing that Ella said. It was not there, and it's killing me.
Did Ella tell us to put the stuff in the chest? 'Cause I'm just saying, if they find it in the chest, then Ella's kind of screwed. Whereas if they find it in a hole somewhere, then there's less incrimination. I'm thinking like the forest or the field.
Yeah. I'm feeling the forest a bit.
Yeah, the forest sounds good.
Start trekking.
You trek your way into the forest. Do you give the goblins any treasure?
Uh, did she have any coin on her?
She did. She did have some coin on her. She had a pouch with 15 gold coins on it.
Give that to the goblins, like all the gear that they got for free, and the coin. I think that's pretty good payment. We can take the armor, sword, whatever else.
Okay. They take the gold and they're pretty happy with that, so they leave.
Okay.
They say, if you ever need our help again, you know where to find us.
What did he say, Holden?
He said, if we ever need their help again, we know where to find them, but I don't think we actually do know where to find them. Did they ever tell us where they live?
I
They
don't
just
think
ambushed
so.
us on the road.
Yeah.
Moira's just gonna turn around and give a thumbs up.
So you make your way into the forest?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm assuming you don't go too deep into the forest, but nonetheless, someone needs to make me a survival check to
Okay.
find an appropriate digging spot with some kind of landmark that they could then recognize later on.
Okay.
Hey, that's not terrible. I got an 18.
Yeah, I don't think I'm beating that.
Not bad.
Too
So-
bad no one got Ella because that's one of her special.
That's what she's good at. But
Yeah.
someone had to stay in town. You are
We couldn't very
peasants after
well-
all.
We couldn't very well drag all that loot into town and then go hide it.
Which
You
reminds
find it.
me, when am I rolling for making money?
Priorities.
That's a good question.
The answer's
I'll get
later,
back. I'll
probably.
get back to you on that. Give me a second. You go into the forest. You find a nice tree. This will be great. You start digging a hole at the base of the tree. You bury the stuff there. And a little mound at the base of a tree. You carve a little X into the tree. Hopefully, it's not super obvious. You'd have to be looking for the X to find the X, but
Okay. I'm happy with that.
you guys head back to town.
Yeah, Moira will do a quick double check of herself and Holden and Tor to make sure there's no blood or obvious unusual dirt or anything like that. Just a perception roll for that, or
You don't even need to make a check. Holden definitely looks a little worse for wear. He has been in a combat. It's
Okay.
going to be hard to hide that without a disguise kit or something like that.
I do have a disguise kit.
On your person?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, okay then. You could use the resources in the disguise kit to make Holden
Yes.
look like he's fine.
I have an entertainer's pack which has a disguise kit in it, and I actually am just barely strong enough to carry all of my stuff on my person at all times.
Right. So yeah, there's makeup and there's other sort of things in a disguise kit to make someone look however you want them to look. So you can touch up the cuts and bruises and whatever and make them look not so beat up.
Okay, perfect. Then I will do so.
Healthy
Awesome.
Holden.
So, and then you guys head back into town.
Yes.
Okay. When you get into town, do you do anything particular as you're coming into town? Are you trying to avoid attention as you come into town, or are you just walking in nonchalantly, or are you paying attention to what's going on?
I think
Tell me your attitudes as you're coming into town.
Sure. I know at least for Moira, she'll probably suggest to the others, like, maybe let's come in, not all together, just staggered approaches into town. And yeah, Moira's just gonna walk casually like it's just any other day, waltzing right into town.
Holden says, but wait, if we get stopped at the gate or at the, what's our story? Why did we just leave town for an hour and then come back?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I always enjoy going out to the fields and taking a nice long, relaxing walk and that sort of thing to help me write my songs. So that's what I was doing.
Okay, sounds good.
That's probably
I'll take
not
that
what
one too.
That's probably a bad idea for you, Holden.
Holden, we could just say we were hunting.
You know what? That's probably a better idea. I think let's go with that. Let's go with that.
We just failed to kill anything.
Well, I mean,
oh, don't say it, Holden. Don't say it.
Perhaps I better go. I better go through first, and then
sure.
Depending on who's there, perhaps I can give them something else to do for a couple hours or so.
You do that. So you walk up to the gate. Fred, the guard, is on gate duty. This particular gate, it's usually either Fred or Bob. Those are the two guards that man this gate.
Moira's just gonna. Is the gate barred in any way, or are they just standing next to the open gate?
Fred is just standing next to the open gate at the moment.
Okay, Moira's just gonna walk on in like everything's normal and be like, "Morning, Fred," assuming it's morning, afternoon, whatever the proper salutation would be.
It's afternoon, and Fred says, "Afternoon. How's it going?"
Oh, so it's a nice day. Had a lovely walk and saw some pretty birds, and I think I've got a good idea for a new song. Might be a bit racy though. Perhaps later.
I didn't know you sing.
Fred, how long have we known each other?
Oh, I don't know. 7 years.
7 years, yeah. We're friends, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Fred. So we've known each other for 7 years. We've been friendly. You know I work at the tavern, and you didn't know that I sang.
Nope.
It's what I do for a fucking living.
Oh, here I thought that you oh, well, that's embarrassing. I thought you did the other thing at taverns.
Oh,
I knew you
well,
entertained
that's-
patrons.
That's more of a hobby, really. Little side gig here and there. Very selective.
You do what you can for money, you know.
Exactly. It's
If I looked like you did, I probably wouldn't be standing here guard right now. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's true. Speaking of which, how much longer do you have? I could run the new song by you. See what you think.
Oh,
See if it's too racy or too risque.
I'm stuck here till Bob relieves me at sundown. So if you wanna,
Hello there.
or if you wanna show it off here, I'm not going anywhere.
Hello
Well,
there.
I suppose I could run through a few lines with you. And so I think
Sure.
Moira will sort of set up her bagpipes and start playing and trying to be as distracting as possible to Fred without being, like, look at me, I'm being a distraction.
Got it.
just normal performing, but trying to make sure that like where his focus would not necessarily be on the gate. So maybe standing to where he's facing the side of the road or something like that.
I'm gonna have you make a deception check.
Okay. Could I argue for performance instead?
Sure.
Okay, I have to try because I have a little bit higher in performance. Yes, 25.
Yeah, you've got his attention.
Fantastic.
You've definitely got his attention. So meanwhile, while you've got his attention, over in the bushes, Holden is like, "Man, she's sure taking a long time to go through the gate, isn't she?"
Oh God. Of course.
Yeah. Wait. Holden. Is she singing?
I think she is, yeah.
Whatever works, I guess. It's better than the other thing she does.
You said it, I didn't.
We were thinking it, Holden. You know it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I
Jeez,
feel like
you sure?
I feel like I'm being
it's sure a
typecast
long.
here.
It's sure a long song.
God.
It's like going on and on.
God.
Just
I thought the
imagine-
point was.
Sorry.
I thought the point was for her to nonchalantly walk through the gate as easily as she could. I don't know why she's going like into the Ninth Symphony or whatever.
Holden, hang on. It's the lute solo. I love this part. And I'm just like a tear comes down my face. It's such beauty.
Man,
A little
she's
risque.
never this good inside the tavern. Do you think the acoustics here out by the wall are better?
I think so.
I think by this point, Moira's gone into whatever the Forgotten Realms version of Freebird is on the bagpipes.
Okay.
Freebird.
Holden sits down and says, well, fighting warriors of good deeds works up quite a sweat. I'm gonna wake me when she's through the gate, and I'll
Will do, Holden. Will do.
At the end of Neverwinter Freebird, Moira's gonna be like, fuck it, just go through the gate. Well, see you later, Fred.
He says, "Oh, but I didn't even tell you what I thought. That was brilliant."
Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
Well, maybe I'll come by the tavern more often now.
Oh, you definitely should. I mean, she'll kind of lean in closer. To be honest, good old hard cheese over there could probably use the extra business.
You know, they probably could. I hear their apple pie is not so good, not so bad either.
Oh, it's delicious. Especially when apples are in season. You know, they keep
Yes.
them in their cellar the rest of the year, but yeah, right around autumn, it's fantastic.
Well, maybe I'll see you there next time I'm there then.
Perfect. Well, I better be getting back there to get ready for my next set, so we'll see ya.
See ya.
And yeah, Moira will go to the tavern.
You start to walk away, and you start to walk through the gate, and you're face to face with Bob the guard, and Fred says, "Bob," and Bob says, "Fred," and and Fred is like, "Is it that time already? Wow, time flies when you're having fun." Bob says, "Okay, sure." Anything to report?
Thank you so much, Gwen, for that donation of $6. Just let me know how you would like to distribute that. 33
No,
rerolls?
nothing unusual.
Jesus.
But I think I'm gonna go to the tavern and have some apple pie.
Oh yeah, the apple pie is lovely this time of year. We were just talking about that.
Bob's like, "Yeah, well, oh, sorry, Bob. Yeah, well, I wouldn't know."
I tell you what, Bob. You know, my set doesn't start for a little while. I could go get you a piece of pie and bring it out to you.
Oh, would you be so kind?
Yeah, it's been a lovely day. I'm in a good mood already.
I can see that.
I gotta do
You've clearly shared your good mood with Fred here. Well, I'm always in a good mood.
Oh, the innuendos. More innuendos.
Does Moira notice the sidelong look that Bob is giving at the innuendo?
Oh, for sure.
So I think at that point we're just gonna be like, look, I may be a tiefling entertainer, but that doesn't mean I'm a slut.
Yeah, Bob.
All that
No, I
happened
didn't
was
say anything like that.
I was just blowing the pipes for him.
Come again?
God damn it.
Bagpipes. She like hefts them up on her shoulder. Play the bagpipes.
Yes, of course. I don't know what I was thinking.
You know,
Fred, are you sure you're okay? I said, Bob, are you sure you're okay to take the night shift? Did you get any sleep today? Yeah.
I love Bob.
Well, okay.
Bob's my favorite.
Well, geez. I'm right here, but... Okay. And Fred walks away dejected.
Wait, what? The Bob's my favorite was out of character, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't make that clear.
Oh.
I figured, but I thought I'd go with it.
Just keep
that works.
keep
Either way,
rolling.
it works. That's great.
So Fred, after this tirade, this dialogue that seems to go on forever, Fred eventually accompanies you to the tavern, and Bob takes the night shift.
Holden. Wake up.
Huh? What? Ah!
We're good. We're good. She stopped the
Wait,
song.
wait.
Waiting.
And he grabs you. He grabs you by the shirt, and he's like, "Is Stormbreaker still dead?"
I'm just gonna. Yes.
Oh, good. I
It's-
thought it
that
was a dream.
It was not a dream. Trust me. It did happen, and there's only one way to celebrate killing a hero of good deed. Apple pie. Now let's go. All right. So I'm gonna.
I
Start.
was so ready for you to say something else.
Blowing the pipes, of course.
Blowing the pipes. Gonna walk up to the gate that Bob's at. Just out of curiosity, because it's militia, would I know Bob?
Probably. You would probably know Bob. Daggerford's not that big of a town,
Okay.
but you wouldn't necessarily know him through being a militia.
Okay.
The militia and the militia and the town guards are, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, two separate things. They are definitely two separate things in Waterdeep. I have to double check if they are in Daggerford or not. But the militia is typically like, this is the reserve army that is brought up in case the city gets attacked.
Okay.
Daggerford. Like, whereas the town guards are like the, just the
Police.
police. Yeah.
Okay.
The militia's more like the army, and the town guards are more like the police.
Okay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Now, in smaller towns, you'll just have the militia that does both of those duties. But I believe
no idea what's going
Daggerford is big enough to have both of those.
Okay. Alright. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
All right. So, me and hopefully Holden are going to try to go through the gate.
Okay, well, you and Holden walk up to the gate. And Bob raises his eyebrows and is like, "Late night for a walk."
We were trying hunting. No luck. Stayed out another extra hour just in case, but nada.
He looks the guys up and down. Are either of you carrying any hunting gear?
I pull out my axe. This is all I need.
Make a
Explain why you're so bad at
deception
hunting.
God damn it! Deception? Yes, I failed! Damn it.
Chaos said Tor can try blowing the pipes.
Or has no musical abilities.
I don't think
That-
that's the
that-
kind of blowing
oh,
pipes you're
oh.
talking about.
Oh, I forgot. That's an innuendo. Innuendo shit. Self-deprecation.
Holden says, seeing that the guard is wary, Holden says, "Listen, Bob, man to man, I can see that you can tell that we weren't really hunting. It's a little embarrassing. But you see, Tor and I, we're like brothers. And when you're a dwarf and you have a brother who is from an altogether different mother, sometimes you just have to go out of town together and bond. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean.
Yeah, Bob, you know what he means. I'm gonna take a step closer to Bob to just make things even more uncomfortable. Yeah, Bob, you know what we mean.
I'm not sure I do, but that's okay. I don't
I
really want.
ship
I don't
it
really
so
want to.
much.
I don't really want to know what it means. You guys just go on through. And I'll pretend I never saw you here. Okay?
Have a good one, Bob.
Nani?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh
That's a
my
great lie.
goodness.
As we're walking, that was a great lie, Holden. Let's hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later. Jesus. All right.
Oh my goodness.
When the hunting thing didn't work, I had to think on my feet.
Yeah. Hey, whatever got us in with no problem, so.
On your feet.
So as we're walking in, I guess we'll go see if Ella's in her shop. Let her
Sure.
know.
All right. I assume she is, unless Gwyn, is Ella in her shop?
Yes, Ella's in her shop.
Why don't you roll me? Why don't you roll me d20 and add your proficiency bonus and wisdom? Yeah, wisdom and proficiency plus d20.
So plus 5. I will just. Let's see. Wisdom is. Oh, wait, I thought it was intelligence, not wisdom.
Sure.
Okay, so that's. I'm going to re-roll that.
Using one of your banked
Yeah.
rerolls.
Yeah. Again. There we go. I only had to use 2 this time.
How many banked rerolls do you guys have, by the way?
So
I
the
just
current counter.
I just used 2 out of 3.
Current counters. Gwen has 1 reroll. Buggy has 1 Phoenix down. Noir has
Right.
2 rerolls. I have nada. And Joshua, you have 1 reroll.
Oh, fantastic. Good to know. I just saw the Twitch chat that said Tor's the himbo bottom.
Just your classic dwarf and half orc.
I thought Tor would be the top.
Tor would be.
With two dicks pride. You really think so?
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
I'm dead. I have died.
You know, Noir is a very hilarious individual, and I know I'm not quite as funny as he is, but I am endeavoring to make my my rendition of his character at least somewhat entertaining.
I think Noir would approve of everything that's been done so far.
That was funny.
All right.
Especially the things done to his character.
Ella, Ella, you had a very profitable day. You can roll 2d6, and that's how much gold you will make. And that's how much profit you make. So that's on top of your expenses. running
Nice.
the business. So that's actually really good.
Awesome. 11
Um,
gold. I get 11 gold to put towards the
when
90 that we need.
Chipping away at that loan.
when it's timing appropriate, Moira does want to actually go take that apple pie out to Bob.
Okay. We'll have that play off screen because
Okay.
I'm so glad I got those rerolls.
So
That was
let's turn the attention over to the Happy Cow. Let's say the four of you are at the Happy Cow. This is after you've already worked for the evening. After you've already taken an apple pie to Bob. This is after let's say it's after the busy hour for the pub, and it's just kind of like dwindling down. There's a few stragglers left. It's going to be closing time soon, but you
so
guys
Ella
have
walks
fun.
in. Ella walks in. I hope the rest of them are successful. I know it's been a busy day. I need a drink. And y'all would know that Ella does not drink. So
Kogan's nodding, and he puts a drink up on the table. Are you looking for like an alcoholic drink? You don't normally drink.
make it your strongest.
All right.
It's been that kind of day.
That's fair. Well, he mixes you a strong drink.
I think Moira will be kind of leaning back in a chair in the corner with the bagpipes playing the Forgotten Realms equivalent to closing time. Just a little bit quietly, just ambient background music, seeming very casual and relaxed.
So Ella's almost out, like hella drunk. Because that was a 7.
Oh God.
God.
Holden leans forward. So what do you guys think? We haven't seen any of the other warriors come around today. I'm a little afraid of what, I'm a little afraid of what the reaction's going to be to all this.
Well,
Holden, my friend. How are
I'm just
you?
nervous. I'm just, it's just getting
Oh.
cold feet.
Well, Holden, I don't know what you're talking about. We haven't seen any of the Warriors of Good Deeds all day. Not sure why they'd be reacting to something. Did something happen?
You haven't, have you? Oh.
And she's just sort of doing the whole like. Pointing to the nose and eye widening thing.
Oh, I get it. He doesn't get it.
You're playing his character so well.
Right?
I'm loving it.
Hand on the shoulder. Holden, you're my friend, and I love you. What I'm trying to say.
Every time you say that, I feel like you're about to say something terrible.
You're not wrong most of the time. What I was going to say is, you see, as far as anyone knows, including ourselves, nothing happened today.
Really? Because I had a very successful day at work.
That's
Well,
the
you
only
were
thing that
out.
happened today. Ella had a great day at work. I wrote a new song. You two tried to go hunting. And
I don't want to talk about it.
A bonding experience.
Moira, I don't know
Uh,
Moira.
I mean, this is just what Bob was telling me, that you two had a...
We
You
were
were
talking.
hunting.
We went hunting. I don't understand hunting. I don't understand how.
Huh?
I don't know anymore. I'm just gonna stare at the
Okay.
wall now.
I'm not that familiar with
That's
hunting.
an innuendo there.
Bob just mentioned something about a donkey and bonding. I don't know.
What?
Where the hell did it?
Where did a donkey come in? We never
no,
met.
he-
What the?
He called it the other
Donkey,
thing. An ass. Or an arse.
I don't know. Holden never uttered those words.
Whatever. Bob tends to ramble. I mean, once you start talking to Bob, he talks your ear off. Can't get the guy to shut up.
We talking about the same Bob here?
How was all of your days?
Sure.
Because mine was long and hard.
Or innuendos.
Okay, that's great. Oh, well, I had a lovely day. I went for a rock and I wrote a new song. And then I got to talk to Fred for a bit and clear up some things. Turns out Fred didn't know I am an entertainer.
How did Fred
How-
not know?
We've known 7 years.
Yes,
He didn't. He's been in here.
exactly.
How the fuck?
He thought it was a horror.
I mean,
Well-
wait, you're not. Wait,
Oh my
hang
fucking
on.
god.
More. You more. Just. He's gonna like sit down, like hands like this, covering his face. Explain, please.
Well, you see, in order to be a whore, you have to have sex with other people for money as a steady profession.
Please tell me you don't do it for free.
Do you do it
Please
for
tell me-
free?
I mean, this isn't about me. This isn't about me. Let's get back to you.
Oh,
look,
Eden.
Let's
My
just say
profession-
I probably have a lot of kids right now.
My profession is an entertainer. That means primarily playing music, singing, poems, that sort of thing. Now, occasionally, there might be some companionship that goes on after show. But that's not, like, part of my job.
I guess that's one way to collect a tip. Yeah, okay. Learn
I
to
think
know
with
each
that
other's
one, even more is gonna be like, no, wait, I'm still cross with you.
Well, okay then.
Anyways, just to get that straight, I'm not a whore.
Okay, no taken.
Entertainer.
No taken.
Gotcha.
Anyways, my day was lovely. I'm happy to hear that you were doing well at your shop.
Yeah, I was really, really, really busy.
How's your bonding experience there, Tor?
I don't even know. I don't even know what happened at this point. We-
What?
You know we just made that up so we could get through the gate, right?
I know nothing of the sort.
Trust me, I'm aware. Because the whole hunting thing didn't work. Oh, God.
Oh wait, you're not together. Okay.
No, what? We're not even... Well, I just say we're brothers out of habit from... Just...
You're an honorary Tudyk,
Yeah.
not
No.
by marriage.
Oh,
I-
okay.
Yeah, what were you... Wait, what? What the hell's everybody thinking?
All I know is what Bob told me.
Huh?
Seeing as I haven't seen you two all day.
Well, that's because you took forever to go through the gate.
Yeah, you were playing the goddamn... Neverwinter's Stairway to Heaven here.
It was Freebird, thank you very much.
Free, but that's it.
And you two were over there at that time, huh? Interesting. I didn't see you.
Mm.
Because like I
Yeah,
said, I
he was
haven't
asleep.
seen you two all day.
Hey, I'm just going off of what I heard. I heard it
And
was.
Moira's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose and just be done with the conversation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that Holden or?
Yeah, it's Holden.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say, did we break Holden or did we break the DM?
uh,
I can't believe we did it. I also can't believe we did it.
yeah, realistic.
You're gonna have to run that one by me later, I guess.
Yeah, now here's not the place, Ella. This is not the place.
Going back to the shop. Stumbles in that direction.
God, you can tell she doesn't drink.
Very much
And she
lightweight.
really doesn't.
Yeah, she's walking like a toddler who had their shoelaces tied together.
And like, that was just after one day. Oh, does she have to work again tomorrow? Because she's gonna be mad hungover.
I'll order a pot of coffee sent over.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll the acrobatics just to see how bad she walks.
That bad, eh?
Can't even go 3 steps.
And I'm making you roll with disadvantage because you're drunk.
Yeah, so that's not one. I love it.
Sorry about that.
Perfect.
Just kicked my table.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that.
Oh man.
That night comes and goes. And before you know it, you're all waking up the next morning. Some of you hungover, others hungover. In some state of being. And this next day, what do you do?
Well, I think Moira is going to, first of all, have someone take a pot of coffee over to Ella's potion shop. And then start
Ella's
listening.
probably got a pot of coffee going on.
And start listening around. Probably starting in the tavern.
Ella works at a potion shop. If anyone can brew a pot of coffee, she can.
It's true. But Moira's assuming that she's going to be too hungover to brew a pot of coffee.
That's also probably true.
So yeah, just listening around the tavern, listening around town, trying to pick up rumors and any snippets of information that might be pertinent to us.
Okay, make actually, you don't have to try very hard before you find out that the warriors of good deeds are going around today and trying to make good by their name. You hear that they're going around, doing good things for people. They paid back at least some of the debt that they owed the hard cheeses, and they spent half an hour getting a kitty out of a tree, and they helped the lady with the farm down the road. They helped her irrigate her farm. They managed to do all these things in the span of one day. Kind of astonishing. They definitely lifted more fingers in the past 24 hours than they have in the entire 10 days that they've been in Pegerford. Almost like they're compensating for something, but or whatever. But they're definitely they're the talk of the town today for some reason.
Okay. Moira's gonna just make her way over to Holden's blacksmith shop and share the information that
Holden
she's
Tudyk's
gathered.
Blacksmithery. Or
Over to
fine-
the good old Tudyk blacksmith.
You walk in. It looks the same as it
Okay.
always does. Holden is there. He
So,
looks the same as he always does.
Holden, I heard some interesting things today. Apparently, Warriors of Good Deeds are doing lots of actual good deeds.
Really?
Almost as if they feel guilty or something.
I don't trust it.
I don't either.
They're up to something.
That was my conclusion as well.
What do you think?
I think we should probably continue to lay low, but keep our ears open, and definitely don't trust that whatever they're doing is actually in the town's best interest.
I agree. I'll follow your lead.
All right, well, let's go find Tor and talk to Ella. Let them know.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll start looking for Tor, I guess.
Well, it doesn't take you much to find him. Or if you hang out almost every day, so it's very
Usual
easy
spot.
The usual spots.
Yeah, the home that I have in the alley. Huh? Who's there?
Good old alley home.
Tent City.
Hey there, Tor. So I was just talking. Found out the Warriors of Good Deeds are doing a lot of good deeds, and we're suspicious as fuck.
Yeah, that's suspicious. Or they feel guilty, or no, they're suspicious. Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
thinking-
think. I really don't think they feel guilty about anything. Those fuckheads don't have a conscience.
Yeah.
My guess is that not exactly sure how that's going to work, but probably has something to do with trying to draw out whoever killed their friend.
Yeah. Turn the entire community against them.
Whoever that may be.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like peering over them, making sure nobody's in the front of the alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Should we be scared?
what?
Should we be scared?
Oh, I don't think there's anything to be scared about. Seeing as how everything's normal for us.
Absolutely.
But maybe keep your head on a swivel, as they say. Not literally, Holden. It's an expression.
I know that.
Okay.
You didn't know that.
Moira's like, oh, okay, sure you did, Holden.
God damn it.
It's fine. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much Moira's plan, is to lay low until we get more information.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you on that.
Lay low, continuing. I'm assuming Ella's continuing to operate her shop, trying to make more money.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Even hungover, she's going to be working, trying to make as much money as she can.
Maybe Moira will get a little bit more friendly with Fred and Bob. since they probably would have some information.
Oh, Fred and Bob.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, if you'd like to go chat with Fred and Bob, you can.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
For Fred would be the active guard at the moment. Bob is sleeps during the day. As he does.
Yeah,
He
we'll talk.
works the night shift.
We'll talk to Fred. And let's see. Just looking up something real quick.
Yeah, no worries. While you're looking
So-
that up, as you guys know, we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Believe it or not. If you follow Unearthed Arcana, which is a bunch of playtest articles that the team from D&D makes, they just released what I think is their biggest Unearthed Arcana article yet, and it has new variant options for every single class in the player's handbook.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nobody's paying me to say that, but they should.
So yeah, that's really cool. The
Hey,
thing I
me
was looking up
wizards.
was River to the People, since I just took Barkeep. So if I'm understanding this right, if I go talk to Fred, he's going to be one step higher than the standard starting attitude? Or am I reading that wrong?
I believe you're reading that correctly. Let me just open up that that old docu thingy.
I cannot get this slice of peach out of my cup, and it's driving me nuts.
And have a look at what I wrote. Have a look at those words that I wrote that one time. Yeah. So basically, yeah, everyone's starting attitude is a step. It's a step higher.
Fantastic.
People who are hostile are indifferent. People who are indifferent are friendly. People who are friendly are friendlier.
That's kind of what I was going for, because she's gonna try to seduce Fred.
Okay.
Not like to say like leave your guard post and let's go have some fun, but like just loosen the tongue, so to speak. What do I need to do for that?
Tongue, eh?
Damn it.
Right there in broad daylight, right at the gate.
It's not what I meant. Would that be persuasion or?
Trying to seduce him would definitely be, I guess, persuasion.
Okay. Oof. That's a nat one.
That's a re-roll that. Use my re-roll, please.
All right. Can I take the 23 or
Yeah.
re-roll the whole thing?
DM. God.
Answer our prayers, almighty being.
Yeah, you could just if you're using a reroll, you could just take the 23.
I will do that. Thank you, Gwen.
I want this to work.
It's all for the
Yeah,
flavor text.
I will take the 23.
Fred is there and he's like, "Oh hi, Moira. Twice in as many days. Lucky me."
Yes, well, I had such a great time talking to you earlier the other day. I
That
thought I'd come
feeling
and...
was mutual.
Oh, you're too kind. But yeah, it was so entertaining to come and talk with you, and I had a good time. And I was just thinking, I bet you have all sorts of stories about odd things that happen at the gate and people that come and go. And I was thinking they might be so interesting that I may be able to write them into a poem or something.
Oh, uh, you know, I do have all sorts of tales, of interesting tales.
Oh, do go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, I do. You know what? In fact, and he reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a little notebook. I've been writing my memoirs.
Well, as you
I'm gonna call
as you
them.
do.
Well, of course, when you're standing guard, a lot of interesting stuff happens, and you know, one day you might want to read about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
like,
perfect. So,
and he flips to a random page and he says, on the 10th of Marpanoth last year, you know, I saw a bird.
that's fascinating. What kind of bird was it?
Yeah, a bluebird.
A bluebird.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
just
then,
lovely.
and also, and he flips some more pages. Yeah, and also, then there's one time, and he points to another page. There's one time it rained, and I
It
had to
rained.
endure an entire shift in the rain.
Well, wonders
You know
never
what?
cease.
Yeah, but you know what? It made me realize to appreciate the days where it's sunny more. So even
Well,
the bad stuff comes with the good, and the good with the bad, and it's all part of the great big circle of it all.
you know, that's a very healthy way of looking at it. That's fantastic, Fred.
Yeah. Oh, and there's one time, and he flips to another page.
What about more recently? Like, has there been any recent interesting things?
Yeah. And he flips to yesterday's page, and he says, "This lovely lady from in town came and sang to me for like 2 hours."
Oh, you're too kind. Are you trying to flatter me, Fred?
2 hours.
Maybe.
Well, I'd say it's working.
Well, that's swell.
But to tell you what, why don't you keep writing in your notebook there? And
Yeah. Do you want to hear any
let's-
more?
well, I do have to actually go get ready for my show a little bit later. But
Yeah,
what I'd
okay.
like to do, you keep writing in that notebook, and then maybe later in this week, we can sit down and take a look at it, and I can show you some ways to make it sound all storybook-like. So really capture the attention of the readers.
So, like, when a bluebird lands, the readers will be like, it'll be like they're there.
Yes, they'll be like, oh my god, the bluebird landed? Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Can I ask? Is Fred high? I'm sorry. I just gotta ask.
He
He's
does
high on love.
he
He's high
does
on
get
love.
paid to stand outside of a gate all day long, every day, man.
Probably many
That
days in the
gets
sun.
long.
He's high on
That-
life.
That gets long. That gets long.
Jesus.
It's a long and hard day every day.
I love Fred so much.
Fred and Bob. I love them both. Oh god.
Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, Moira, you know where to find me.
Well, and you know where to find me. And she'll give a wink and head back to the tavern.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
She'll probably even give like a seductive tail flick with her tail as she walks away.
Sure.
Being a tiefling and
I
all.
forgot she has a tail.
She does
Yeah,
have a
big
tail
one.
and horns.
Never
And
thought,
also horns.
I never thought I'd hear the words seductive and tail flip in the same sentence.
I mean, this is not the first time, but I always enjoy when it happens.
I'm
Well, The things
just
you do
waiting
in
for the horny
D&D.
jokes. Anyways, so yeah, that's what Moira does. Chaos says you haven't been around furries enough. Oh, Joshua, you're muted.
Of course I am. So Moira's off flirting with Fred. Ella's working for shop. What are Tor and Holden getting up to?
Or are they getting down too?
Well, considering they're
God.
nowhere near each other, I'm still in my little alley home, and I'm trying a new medium. I'm trying art.
Oh,
So Tor's just like a crumpled piece of just cloth, I guess, or something. Whatever's just lying around that's blank.
sure.
He just like slaps it up on the wall, but like because Tor's like an idiot,
Yeah.
he like takes his hand and just cuts it. So he's like drawing with blood.
Oh.
On dirty paper.
No, he's like dipping his hand. It's like finger painting.
Oh, with dirty hands.
Yeah.
I mean, you live in an alley,
That's true.
and I don't think I've ever heard.
This
I don't
is
think
sounding more and more
Well-
like Concheck.
It's better than what Tor's first art piece was made out of.
Yeah, but that's fair.
We don't,
As you're making
actually-
this blood painting, were you trying to draw anything in particular, or were you just letting the moment inspire you and just seeing what comes out?
I think I was trying to just like I had my axe right next to it, so after I cut myself, put it down. I'm trying to draw it.
Okay. So as you're trying to draw your axe, you overhear a familiar and friendly voice. Perhaps too friendly recently. But it's definitely Holden's voice down the alley, just around the corner. In fact, you hear him say, "Oh, well, do I have to? I mean, can I you know, I'd rather not. Well, can I at least say something to my friend first? I was just on my way to see it. No.
I'm gonna start inching more towards that way.
Okay. Well, is this gonna be quick? No. Okay. All right.
Hey,
then,
Holden, what's up, bud? hell's going on?
You go around the corner and you see Holden is being taken away by the city police.
Whoa! What's going on here? Hold on.
One of the guards turns and sees you and says, are you wearing are you wearing anything that identifies you as a member of the militia?"
Yeah, I have. I think I said somewhere that I has like the chess piece.
Okay. Yeah. So he looks you up and down and says, "Sir, this is official business. What can I do for you?"
You could fill me in. I think that's a
Well,
good place to start.
Unfortunately, I can't. This is a classified matter.
Can't argue with classified matter. I'm gonna hate doing this. Because I'm old. I'm gonna, sir. I mean, would this town be considered my jurisdiction? I guess.
Yes.
I mean, this is my turf or my jurisdiction, and I kind of would like to know what's going on, especially with a friend of mine in my jurisdiction. So, sir, could you please fill me in a little bit at least?
Listen, I'm not supposed to. I don't want to I could lose my job. Listen, I could lose my job if rumors start getting around town and I was the source.
Well, how about this? Let's go to my house really quick. I just did a lovely painting. We could talk there.
Listen, I don't really want to get into it all. The lady wants to. The Lord, the you know, the Lord wants to ask him some questions. That's all. Yeah.
Holden, wait for an attorney. Plead the fifth on everything. So I can't do anything about this.
The Lady Daggerford just wants to ask him some questions. That's really all it is.
Does he have to go alone or?
That was our instructions.
Shit.
Unless someone else, unless you have information about these matters, which he hasn't told you anything about.
Well, I mean, sir, I don't know the matters, so how am I supposed to know if I know what I know?
If you know anything about the warriors of good deeds.
I mean, yeah, they live here. They live in this. Did something happen?
Yeah. Well, we don't know. We're looking into it.
And do you think Holden has something to do with this?
We don't get paid enough to think. We're just being told to bring him to answer some questions. Lady wants to speak to him. Apparently, again, I don't want to hear rumors going around town. Apparently, he was the last person to see one of the dwarf member before she disappeared.
Something.
I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know any details.
He couldn't have. He was with me yesterday all day. Wait. This is kangaroo court.
What?
This is rigged. He did nothing. What? He was with me.
Reel it back. Reel it back.
You're saying you were with Mr. Tudyx all day yesterday?
Yeah.
And you didn't see the dwarf?
No.
The only dwarf he saw was Holden.
Yeah.
Well then, maybe the lady will want to question you as well.
Can I finish my painting, please, though? It becomes a pain when it starts to dry.
Listen, I was told to bring Holden in. The lady doesn't know anything about you. As far as she knows, you're not involved. If you want to finish your painting and then volunteer extra information, you know where to find us. The big castle.
I'm gonna look at Holden, look at the guard, look back towards the alley where my painting is. I'll go with.
The guard that turned around to talk to you is not. There were 3 guards. 2 of them were escorting Holden away, and when you started chasing them, the 3rd guard stopped to talk to you. The others didn't stop escorting him while he was talking.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll go with.
There are ways away at this point, but you can go with if you'd like.
Yeah. I'll go with.
All right. Well, this way then.
All right.
And he leads you back to Castle Daggerford.
Fun.
Now, does Ella know anything about this at all?
And it just occurs to me that we haven't had music playing for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Now we do. Does Ella know anything about this? No, she doesn't. Nobody knows anything about this except for Tor, but Tor is going along with it.
So, yeah,
You've been cooped up in your shop all day.
yeah, working off the debt.
Mm-hmm. The debt you co-signed with someone who may have just gotten arrested, maybe? Informal questioning.
We'll work that out. We'll work that out later. Right now, I just want to pay it off.
That's fair. Moira,
Yes.
what happens between you and Fred?
It's a good question.
Bow, 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 bow.
So
Fade to black, please.
yeah, I think Moira's not gonna like do anything of a potentially scandalous nature with Fred right now, but continue the flirting and whatnot, and just continuing to talk to Fred, trying to find out what he knows.
Building a rapport.
Exactly.
So okay, you definitely get into Fred's
Good graces.
good graces. Yes, you get him
You're
loose enough
trying to
that
think of not that word.
you get him loose enough that he is, that you get his lips loose enough that he's perhaps willing or able to let slip a few things. What are you trying to probe him for? What kind of information are you seeking? What you can almost you've got a meeting out of the palm of your hand, so you could almost directly ask him questions and he'll probably answer.
Okay.
Is
So she'll probably
every single
spread the questions out a good bit. So like ask a question and then talk about some other things for a little bit and then go, another question about it. Trying to make it as appropriate to the flow of conversation as possible. So Moira might say something like, "So, Fred, I heard a rumor." Cute dog.
Chauncey, what a boy.
I heard a rumor that
what a cute boy.
that the city guard was looking into some ruckus that happened outside of town. I was just curious. Do you know what that was about? The person I heard it from wasn't very forthcoming with the details, and I don't really know them that well, so I wasn't sure if it was even true.
No. If the city guard has been looking into ruckuses outside of town, I certainly would know about it.
Oh, that's
Nothing
what I
of
was
the sort.
thinking. Okay. Well, I mean, you being as far as gate guards go, I always figured you're the most important, so I figured they'd tell you if anything was actually going on.
Yeah, you flatter me.
Well,
Yes, no.
I certainly try to be uplifting to people.
Nothing has crossed this desk. He's not sitting at a desk.
Okay. Okay, good.
Legend.
Well, it's good to know that we're all safe here. No doubt, and thanks to you, keeping all the riffraff out of the city.
Of course.
It's odd. I haven't seen Holden or Tara in here today. They're
Well.
usually in here this time of night.
What a boy.
You mean aren't you you're standing out with Fred by the gate, right?
Oh, I assumed this was later that evening at the tavern.
Oh,
Because Moira had that conversation and then left to go get ready for her show.
Right. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's say this is later then. He's been let off by Bob and he came to see your show and is now chatting with you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. The retcon that fixed everything.
Yeah, sorry, I was not on
No,
the
that's
same
okay.
page.
You were absolutely correct. You said you were going for your show, and I thought you were still talking to the guy at the wall. That was my bad. So yeah, no, you haven't seen them.
Okay.
Oh well, maybe they're off bonding.
Yeah, I heard about that from Bob. What is all that about?
I think it's a dwarf thing.
Dwarf thing. Not sure.
I
mean,
mean,
they do seem
Tor's
to be
not a
pretty
dwarf, but he
close.
does behave like one a lot of the time.
That's true.
He
Yeah,
tried
it's
to go
just-
hunting
just-
with an axe.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Not even a bow.
I mean, what was it? A throwing axe?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Either way, that's stupid.
I'm just spreading rumors.
I see. Yeah, I heard something about an arse. I don't know that whole thing. But I think that's a rumor as well. I haven't seen any donkeys around. At least not any new ones. Anyways, yeah, it's just odd that they're not here for their evening drink.
A happy hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm sure it's probably for a good reason. They probably have better things to do.
Well, I mean, for a dwarf and I mean, whatever Tor is,
Whatever chores.
You're muted, Buggy.
Okay. The fuck did I just come back to?
Don't worry about it.
I am worrying about it because I don't know.
So, for a dwarf and then whatever Tor is, half orc or human.
Half orc, yeah.
I mean, is there anything more important than drinking? For those lot? The moment where
No,
Moira
but
says
there
something
is
super
another-
racist.
You're probably right, but there is another bar in town. I mean,
Are those feckers at another bar?
they could be.
I better go check that out. Cause, well, I mean,
I mean,
you know the two of them. Somebody has to look after them.
nothing
Harry-
against this place, but the River Shining Tavern is kind of Daggerford's top bar. The only reason I don't go is because the Warriors of Good Deeds are there all the time, and I can only stand so much of them.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, the hard cheese, this place here, has me working here, so,
Well, yes, but I didn't know that until recently. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't. You know what I mean.
Oh, sure. Well, seeing as I've kind of been designated their babysitter, I best go find Holden and Tar and make sure they're not getting into any trouble.
Best of luck to you.
But you and I should talk more later.
We should.
Ow! Sorry.
Oof. Nailed it.
I had my foot on my chair and it just slipped and whacked my desk. You fix the camera. Okay, we're good. So Moira's gonna go marvel at that sudden earthquake and then go try to find Holden and Tor.
All right. What's Ella up to? It's the evening at this point, I guess.
Ella would be working.
And into the evening.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
well, until the day is done, 9 to 5.
Oh, it's way past 5.
Yeah. So Ella would have done her work for the day and be heading off to the tavern.
Okay. Well, then you are about to come into the tavern when you bump into Moira on her way out.
Moira, what's up?
Oh, hey, Ella. Nothing much. I just noticing that Tar and Holden hadn't been into the tavern all day. And I thought that was a bit odd. So I thought I'd go take a look for them.
Not a good day. Oh,
It worked overtime.
well, it does. It does appear that they're not here. So
Well, that's what I was
if
saying.
you're worried about them, I'd say let's go.
All right, fair enough.
I'll help you find them.
Well, I suppose we start at, I think, Tar's alley home place thing. It's probably the closest. We'll check there, and then I guess Holden's blacksmith shop.
Yeah, I think I'll go to. I'll ask around actually. See if anyone knows anything.
Perhaps we should go together. I heard this expression one time. I can't remember where. Somebody said, "Never split the party." Don't know exactly what that means, but I
Me
think the
neither.
translation is we shouldn't be alone.
I've heard it's dangerous to go alone.
I've heard that as well. So let's where did you want to ask around? Because I just asked around the bar and nobody's seen them.
I'm going to. There's 2 bars in town.
Yes,
And
but the
if
other
you've
one has the
already
Warriors
asked-
of Good Deeds, and I doubt they'd be there.
Well, we can ask. We can get information.
So you want to go to the tavern that has the Warriors of Good Deeds there?
Well, if we don't have any information here, I don't see very many options.
Fair. However, I'd really
Where
rather
else
not.
are we gonna get information?
Well, I mean, I'd say we could try their homes first. Maybe they're sick. With Tor, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, let's try Holden's
I mean-
blacksmithery first, and
All
then.
right. I mean, you saw how Tor made his last painting.
Oh, I smelled it.
Yeah, so he's, he's probably sick. Yeah, let's go check out Holden first, and then we'll go take care of Tar. We really should see about getting him an actual place to live.
Yes, we really should. He- I have an extra bedroom that I'm building. It's not done yet.
Well, that'll be great. There you go. Yep, off we go. And Moira's going to start walking towards Holden's blacksmith shop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get to Holden's blacksmith shop, and I feel like he probably locks it up when he leaves for the day
Mm-hmm.
because that's smart. And even though Holden is not always the smartest individual, when it comes to his shop, he's usually on top of things. Just look at that S. I mean, it sure
That
took him a
test right there
while
looks
to-
like it has all the hopes and dreams of a wonderful dwarf in it.
Exactly. I mean, sure, it took him a
It's the
while
best
to
S.
get that S made, but he got there. Anyway, it's locked up. Doesn't look like
Is there a note?
no.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah, he's usually open late. Also, he lives here.
Well, well, first let's make sure Tor's not dead in the alley, and then maybe we could go talk to I talked to Fred over at he guards the gate, but maybe we could talk to like the patrol guard and see if they know anything.
Yeah. That seems like a good thing to do. Maybe they'll know something. They seem to be nosy.
Well, I mean, they are the guard, so that makes sense. All right, well, let's go to the alley, and that's where Moira will start walking off towards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you find in the alley among garbage, you find Tor's axe right next to a painting of that axe with in what looks like blood on a dirty towel.
Art.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Tor.
It's
But Tor is nowhere to
not-
be found, and you've not seen him go places without his axe.
At least it's not as bad as the last one.
Fair, that's fair. But this is rather disturbing that he's here with his, or not here rather, with and his axes. He never leaves anywhere without that. We should probably take that with us so nobody steals it. And
Yeah.
And what about his art? You don't want people to steal his art.
Well,
I wonder
his
if
art-
somebody might steal the art. No, they wouldn't steal that art.
I mean, it's not bad. His aim's definitely getting better.
Projected
But his aim is
500
getting
gold.
better. um, yeah, so I think Moira would probably grab the axe and either put it in her bag or hand it to Ella, and we're gonna go try to find the city guard.
Okay. So it's night, and at night there's a patrol that patrols around inside the city walls. And you looking for the patrol, or you just want to head straight to the source? And
Yeah,
we'll
just
We're
just go ahead
looking
and
for
head-
the patrol.
Patrol, I think the nearest guard, whichever would be the fastest to get a hold of somebody.
Okay. Well, you look around for a little bit. Doesn't take you too long before you come across the night guard patrol.
Okay. And then
Well,
Um,
hello. We're looking for Holden and Tor. Have you seen them?
no.
yeah,
Do I believe them?
I don't know. Do you believe them?
That's a 23 on insight.
so they think they seem pretty truthful. I think Moira at that point would interject as well and be like, "Yeah, I think we need to place a missing persons report."
A missing persons report.
Yeah, Holden
Yes.
is gone, and he's locked his shop, and he's not home.
Well,
Yes, that's
first of all, when's the last time you saw him?
yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, first of all, person isn't right truly missing till they've been gone for a 10-day. Second of all,
All right.
if he locked his shop, that indicates he's not really missing at all. He just didn't tell you where he was going.
Okay, that's fair. See, that was the part that was slightly odd. The really worrying part is our friend Tor, because we went over to the alley where he stays.
The homeless man from the alley?
Yes, that's him. The one that does the art of questionable origins.
Yes, we've had to clean up after him before.
Yeah. Anyways, he left his axe there, and he never goes anywhere without his axe. So we're a little bit concerned about
You
that.
want to file a missing persons report on a homeless man?
Yes.
Yes,
Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds?
it's not
Yes.
ridiculous.
But I want to do it anyways.
Well, all right. Go into. Go to the Castle Daggerford in the morning, talk to one of the guards there, explain what happened, and then when they turn you away saying he hasn't been gone long enough, come back in a 10-day and try again.
I think that's actually what we should do is go to Castle Daggerford. They might know something. If you don't want to go to the tavern.
Well, I mean,
What?
I guess couldn't tired. She'll turn to the guard. Be like, you know what? Thank you very much for your help. You've been extremely helpful. I very much appreciate it.
Okay. You're
You
welcome.
know, it occurs to me, you bear a striking resemblance to that other guard. Do you know Bob? Are you two related?
I do know Bob.
I bet
No,
he's your
we're
uncle.
not. No, we're not related.
Oh, could have sworn. You got the same, like, facial structure and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Anyway, have a nice day.
You
I
have
think
a lovely evening.
You tell him I'm channeling my inner Lydia.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Can I get your autograph? No.
She was brilliant. Absolutely.
But what
brilliant.
about no?
But yeah. So okay, so you've been totally turned down by these guards. What do you do?
I mean, Moira would probably go talk to Fred at this point.
Okay.
And that could
Back
just
at
be
the happy cow.
Yeah, that could probably just be like a quick off camera, like, hey Fred, we're concerned about these friends. Can you keep an eye out for them?
Okay,
and
well,
then
you go back to the happy cow to find Fred, and actually, because it was almost closing time by the time you guys left, the bar is shut down, and Fred's gone home.
okay.
But you can definitely ask him to do that in the morning,
Yeah, that'll work.
assuming you're still around in the morning to ask him these requests. I don't know what could possibly happen that might make you not around, but yeah, just the thing. People seem to be disappearing lately. First,
Yeah.
first a dwarf war priest disappeared. Then a dwarf blacksmith disappeared. Then a half orc homeless guy disappeared. I mean,
Okay.
tough
So-
times.
I think Moira's gonna go to her room and put furniture in front of the door and the window.
And then an entertainer disappeared. No, seriously, what do you guys do? You going home, calling it a night, going home for the night, or what?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
And literally doing just that, putting heavy furniture in front of the door and something in front, like a bookcase or something in front of the window.
Now,
Okay.
did I roll high enough to make any money, or?
Oh, no. You rolled an 8, correct? If I saw that correctly?
Yeah, 8 total.
8. No, in fact, you didn't even roll high enough to make back the upkeep costs of your business. You actually
Now,
lose money.
it says at level 2 I get efficient brewing, so it costs half the gold.
Oh yeah. Okay, fine. Then you break even.
I feel like Joshua's upset by that for some reason.
Technically speaking, the expenses of your job are more than just the expenses of paying for the potions you make. But we'll call it. We'll call it even. You break even. for that day.
Oh, nowhere near as good as the previous day.
No. They can't all be really good days.
No.
So, does Moira wake up in her bed in the morning?
She does.
Yay! I was a little concerned.
No, she's fine.
She'll put the furniture back and then
Okay.
get ready and whatnot, and then go looking for Fred.
Okay. Well, you find him standing outside the gate.
Oh, good morning, Fred. I got a
Good
favor
morning,
to ask of
Moira.
you.
Been seeing you a lot lately. Not that I'm complaining.
Yes, well, I mean, this seems like a good spot to come visit in the morning, Mel. For some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a favor to ask of you. So you know, Holden Tuddick, the blacksmith, right?
Oh yes, I know him. Of course, I know him.
Perfect. And the homeless man Tor.
Yes, yes, I do know him. In fact, as well. Yes.
It seems they've both gone missing, just disappeared without a trace. Now Holden seems a little less suspicious. He locked up his shop, and we just haven't seen him anywhere. But Tor left his axe behind, and he never does that. So I was wondering if you could help, just keep an eye out for them, and let me know if you hear anything.
I certainly can. I'm just thinking, why would Tor leave without his axe? Unless what he was going to do really didn't require weaponry.
Well, see, that would make sense, but he just left it out in the alley, which seems like a bad idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
like he left in a hurry.
Yeah, Tar's not the brightest candle on the candelabra, if you know what I mean. But I'm pretty sure
Like
he'd know not to.
He's the one on the left, right? That's the. Never mind.
I think I know the expression you're talking about. Yes. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he's not that stupid. He'd take his axe with him. So yeah, just let me know if you hear anything.
I'll keep one eye open. I mean, I'll
That's-
keep both eyes open, but you know, it's just an expression.
Brilliant. Yes, that's the old expression, keeping one eye open. Yes, that's perfect.
Hmm. Was that all you needed?
Well, I mean, I suppose I could wait here for my friend Ella. We were thinking about going up to the castle today. And seeing as she's not here, I suppose I could, just wait here with you.
Well, I won't say no.
Okay. And yeah, I think Moira will wait there with Fred, continuing to use her womanly wiles.
Okay. Womanly wiles. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Chaos says he took his axe when hunting ass.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's 2d6.
Yeah, because I rolled for the work that day. I got 23.
Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
I did get a 17. Let's see, where is that? There it is.
So you spent the day working then instead of looking for your missing friends?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So I think by about noon, Moira's like, "Where the fuck is that girl?"
She's at work trying to make up for her shitty day yesterday. She completely forgot about the missing friends.
No, she didn't. She needs to pay off the debt. Neither one of them are working.
It's fair.
Someone has to be the responsible one in this party.
So well then, I think
Debts
Moira's
don't
going
pay
to
themselves all.
Moira's going to change her plans for the day then.
At about noon, what does she do?
Probably
hasn't
start
shown up.
Probably start heading over to Ella's shop to make sure that she hasn't disappeared.
Fair. Okay, so you head over to Ella's shop, and
Oh, hi, Moira.
Yeah, you see Ella.
Where the fuck were you?
Need anything? Making sure that I don't get my shop taken or something. Whatever they do when you don't pay your debts back. I
They
don't want
usually
to
throw
find
you in
out.
jail, but weren't we gonna go look for
Exactly.
Torrin Holden?
After work.
I have to work after your work.
And then after you're both done work, that's when you run into these boring night guards that clearly don't know shit.
Exactly. So you go look for them while I'm working, and then I'll go look for them while you're working.
But that means splitting the party.
Well, I can't do much about that.
All right, fine. Go make your potions, and I think Moira will head back to the tavern and start working to entertain people for the evening. And
Okay.
assuming if Fred shows up, Fred might get to first
Fred
base
does.
that night.
Fred does eventually show up later into the night, and he gets to first base, does he?
He does.
Good for Fred. We'll fade to black and let your imaginations do the rest.
Yes.
But yeah, okay. So let me get this straight. Let me just sort of recap the last little few events for those of us that were, who are just tuning in. Yesterday you became concerned because not one but two of your friends went missing, at least one of which did so under somewhat mysterious circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the day after you guys did something pretty, well, we don't talk about it, but we all know what I'm talking about. And then the day after that, you get into an argument over whether or not it's more productive to work for money or look for your missing friends. And you ultimately decide to work all day. And then at the end of the day, you go to bed with a town guard. And that's the second day. And no one's still heard from Tor.
I said
Holden.
first base, not third base.
Right. Sorry, first base. But that's about the gist of it. That's what's happened over the past 2 days, right?
Yeah, Ella's going to go to Castle Ravenloft. Or
it's not Ravenloft. It's Castle Daggerford.
Daggerford.
And when
Ravenloft's a bad idea.
When you go there, they turn you away and tell you to come back in the morning. So you have an unproductive evening, and Raven, you have a we'll call it a productive evening, depending on your point of view, but it's unproductive in the search for Tor and or Holden.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll fade to black on those two. You guys have had plenty of screen time. We're gonna shift over to Tor. Tor.
Howdy.
But you want to know what you've been up to for the past 2 days?
I don't know. How's my jail cell?
Let's see. Featureless. Masonry stone.
Classy.
Iron bars.
Are you in the same jail cell as Hoden?
Oh no, I
Good
requested my
question.
own.
He's definitely by himself.
I needed room to make more art.
On the plus side, it's an upgrade from your alley. It has a roof.
Yeah, true.
Which also means it's hotboxed if he uses things that are pungent for his art.
Sharp corner.
Yeah.
Reopen the wound.
Yeah. Anyway, at some point, you get, informal questioning. You get brought into a room after waiting around for a while in a cell. You get brought into a room, and a couple of guards are there. And they're like, Mr. Tor, we just wanted to ask you a few questions. The guard who brought you in said you knew something about what happened to the Warriors of Good Deeds?
Gonna be honest, did I say something like that? I was with Holden all day yesterday. Or not yesterday. Whenever
Right, the day
Whatever
before
happened.
yesterday, whatever. You say you were with Holden all day and you never saw the Warriors.
yeah, no, I didn't.
I see. Well, we have a report from a very reputable source that Holden and the dwarf from the Warriors left town together, and you weren't with them.
Wait, hang on. That's actually impossible because I was with him all day. Like, I don't know what to tell you, sir. I was with him all day. I can't. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I was with him all day. That's the truth. So, who's your reputable source then?
One of the guards. One of the guards who watches the gate.
Listen, I don't know what the hell's going on here or why you pulling Holden in here for questioning. But I can tell you, he was with me all day. He wouldn't even do anything like that.
Do anything like what?
Like not be there without me. We're brothers. We don't go anywhere without each other.
Is that a fact?
Yes, my name is Tortutix. That's canon.
And yet you look nothing like him.
Family's not bound by blood. I'm sure you understand it.
Well,
The people around you, they're your brothers. Brothers in arms. The way you view them...
You're telling us that Holden never went anywhere near the Warriors of Good Deeds. And yet someone else has told us that Holden may be the very last person to have seen Natalia Stormbreaker anywhere.
He was with me all day.
So somebody is lying. But don't you worry, Mr. Tortutix. We'll find out who.
Okay.
And then they leave you in your cell to be with yourself
And my art.
and your art.
The very Bob Rossi painting done in blood.
Happy
gosh.
little.
Happy little blood bush.
Yeah.
And unless you guys have anything else, I think that's as good a place as any to call tonight's session.
I agree. The next day, Moira's going to head up to the castle.
Yeah.
Herself.
The next
So
next
that's-
day.
Sorry. Now that I've called the session, putting my Holden face back on. Oh, I do have one thing. I just a little thing I need to add on top of that. Do you realize if you add something after I call the session, I'm going to probably do something to you back? It's going to be worse, right? Oh, I know, but I just really need to say this thing. I just really need to say this thing. You see, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. I didn't do anything to that woman.
Oh my God.
She just kept screwing with my name. You know, I swear it wasn't me.
Oh my god.
But I'm happy she's gone, okay?
Oh my god, I'm dying.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh, that deserves a
That
round
whole
right there.
impression.
Yeah.
That deserves a round. Holy shit.
Holy.
Well done. That is.
It's like he wasn't even good.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
It's like he was here the whole time. That's exactly what Noir would do.
It is. That's the funny part.
Pretty sure that's what he's done at the end of every session, actually.
Oh yeah. So we'll do the rounds. I have been Joshua Barbeau, your GM, and for tonight only, I hope, Noir. I've been Noir playing Holden Tudyk. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. I am running a Twitter D&D campaign with a single character played by a lot of players. You go to Twitter and you vote and find out what the character does, and then I am Dungeon Master.
That
Blah,
sounds
blah.
really interesting.
Yeah.
It is. If I hadn't talked about it yet before on the stream, I don't know why, because I'm dumb. I do it literally every day.
Yeah, it's
I
very
update it
interesting.
daily.
Yeah, it's like one of those Twitch plays.
Yeah, it's just a little thing. It's like a choose your own adventure played through Twitter with D&D rules.
That's pretty damn cool.
I did a whole chapter on my own account, and then I gave it its own dedicated account. So you can follow that one too. That's Zilbell Adventure, ZYLBELLADVENTUR. No E on the end because it cut that off. But that's me. You can also just go to my Twitter at Joshua Barbeau, and you can see because I retweet the tweet from that other account. But that's a thing that I do, and go to DM's Guild and buy my book. It's only $10, and it'll help me feed myself. Yeah, that's that. And you can follow Noir, who was totally here this session, at Noir Enigma. He's brilliant, and as you can see, he's very hilarious. He said some hilarious things this session. We hope he comes back next session. I don't know if I can.
Yes,
I don't know if I could keep that up. That's it. I did it with.
Yeah.
Noir,
Yeah.
if you're out there, we all miss you.
Yes.
I know
Please
why
come
he
home.
wasn't
Thank you
here
so
this
much.
session. He was he was possessing me. He was just.
He sent his
Anyway,
spirit.
I'm gonna throw the hot potato, the potato hallow, and you can go around.
So you can find me tomorrow on Lightbringer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at Twitter, I will be retweeting all the things, So you can find my favorite part was yeah,
many good
we
things.
are hunting.
Don't need an axe to hunt for ass.
Oh God, I just saw the Twitch chat.
That's a rib cage tattoo right there.
But that was my favorite
Oh,
part. Oh, Torden
and
has
fantastic.
to be canon sometime. Not canon yet, because Holt's not here. Can't be canon until Holt's here.
Oh goodness, and
There has to be
yeah.
consent. Consent is
Yeah.
key.
And then you're gonna be here tomorrow for Lightbringer. That's at 6 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. Is when we're doing that.
Oh, and
Really good.
on that note, do we want to say on the stream that we are officially
Moving it an hour.
moving the
a half hour
time
later.
half hour
Yeah.
back?
We are gonna push the time out a half hour officially for each week. So instead of it being 6 Mountain Time, it'll be 6:30 Mountain Standard Time every week. Since we always seem to start at 30 minutes late.
8:30 Eastern time if you're
Yeah.
in that time zone.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
because with I think we've been on time once, but we've been late
There
every
was
other
one
No,
session.
time
no,
we
we
were on time.
haven't. No, we haven't.
No,
Have
I
we
feel-
always been
once.
late? We've always been
No,
late.
not once.
no, I feel like we were on time once.
No, we weren't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was we announced just earlier that we were going to be late, and then we
So
were.
it didn't feel like we were being late.
Yeah, we actually hit the first
Yeah,
delay
the
time.
very first session.
Okay.
The very first session.
I feel like the way we keep time with this particular show fits well with the characters.
Mhm.
It's like
With
old
that.
man tour. Senile.
Yep. Speaking of tour, Buggy, what was your favorite part, and where can we find you next?
I'm Buggy. You could. I'll be here tomorrow as well for Lightbringer. I'm looking forward to that. My favorite part, 100%. Joshua playing out as the guards. It was so good. I loved it.
Bob
It's
and
so
Bob and
good.
Fred are awesome.
Bob, Fred, and Night Guard. Team Fred.
That's great. Well, and then yeah, I of course am Raven. My favorite part. There's so many really good parts today, but I think probably the whole.
My favorite part was the part where oh geez, what was it? You know the part where Tor and I got through the gate so easily.
You're
Okay,
God, your
Dwarf.
impersonation. God damn it. God damn it.
Oh my gosh,
So good.
Noir just has such an iconic personality. It's just
it's true.
there's no wiggle room. It's just right there. That's him.
I think my favorite part was trying to seduce Fred and then finding out that Fred's actually quite precious and Moira actually does like him a little bit. So that was kind of nice.
You spent 2 hours serenading him, improvised.
Yeah.
This is my new song.
Free bird.
And then yeah, as far as where you can find me next, actually will be tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at noon. Tentatively, we're still waiting to find out if it's for sure going to be tomorrow, because there was an illness with the cast, so we're waiting to find out if they're going to be able to do it. But it Tales Off the Table, starting every Tuesday, hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next Tuesday. Every Tuesday at Mountain Standard Time, noon. We'll be doing Scum and Villainy, so it's a sci-fi where we'll be out in space with our memories all completely gone. So we won't know who we are, who each other are, or why we're on the ship, but we'll have a ship and we'll be doing things. So it should be pretty fun. And then tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, or I'm sorry, tomorrow it's going to be 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Mountain Time will be Lightbringer Descent, which is a mini-series I'm running in preparation for a full campaign that we'll be doing in Season 3 starting January. But it is also a sci-fi, and we are seeing this sort of utopian, predominantly human society on planet Kara suddenly be overcome by this mysterious force of darkness that is just wiping the floor with everybody. So last time we saw the downfall of Kara City. This next time tomorrow, it'll be a different city with some different characters. Gwen will be playing Liara, right? Which will be a repeat from the last one, but everybody else will be new people and characters. So it should be pretty fun. If you want to check out, there is a trailer for that on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/TheRavenEvermore. Or you can find it on Twitter, which is right below my face here. So yeah, that's the next things that are coming up. And with that, we're going to do a little bit of a raid here. We're going to go raid my lady Saito, who is currently streaming Dungeons & Dragons as well. We've got our raid call there, which is "We were hunting and bonding." #Torden. So feel free to copy and paste that into the chat as we go over and raid. Definitely give Saito a follow. She is absolutely amazing. A good friend of mine. And yeah, we will see you all tomorrow. So bye.
Bye.